Brent, Harrison Bailey gets the start today. What do we expect out of the true freshman?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting to see how aggressive Jim Chaney is with his play calling with Harrison. You know, is he going to hand it off and try to manage this thing to get it into third and short, or is he going to drop back and let him throw it? You know, some on first down. I don't think you can line up and run it on first down the entire game, Austin. If you do, it's going to be a really long day for Tennessee. I think Tennessee can run the football, but they can't just line up on 1st and 10 and run the football the way they did in the second quarter at Auburn, which I thought got them in trouble. I thought Jim Chaney's play calling in the first quarter was really good. 6 passes, 4 runs on first down, had a good mix, moved the sticks. If you're going to start him, you got to turn him loose and let him play a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And then when you do throw, get him some easy completions early to build his confidence a little bit. This is not, to me, just one of those things where you run, and then chuck it deep and try to throw the deep ball. The biggest note to me is not necessarily Harrison Bailey, but who will be snapping him the ball, and that appears to be Cooper Mays, who is prepared to be the starter at center all week long. In fact, for the last kind of couple of weeks. If he's not able to be effective, look for them to probably move Cade inside the center, his older brother.
Interesting, Jerome Carbon doesn't really factor in there at the center position. I know he's had the turf toe stuff and everything. Kind of thought he might end up being the backup guy or even pushing Brandon Kennedy for that spot earlier in the year, but he's not a factor there. We'll see how Cooper plays, if he and Cade get to play beside each other, and how effective Cooper can be today. This is not a great Gator defense, but I tell you what they do, Austin, is they'll be multiple and they'll move around and they'll do a lot of things that way.
As far as, the younger guys, again, I think it's more of those, you got to see it to believe it type things. They continue to hype them up, and they've incrementally played more and more over the course of the season, but still not maybe as much as everybody thought coming in.
No, certainly not. And we'll see what happens with a guy like Malachi Wideman in particular today. Look, Jalen Hyatt's going to play. Okay, we know that. And I think with Ramel Keaton not being there, then I think you're going to see more of Callaway and Holiday. But where's a guy like Malachi Wideman factor into this? And also, do the tight ends factor into the passing game today for Harrison Bailey? I know that's not a freshman topic, but where do they factor in? And then on the defensive side of the ball, Morven Joseph. Somebody's got to step in and fill the shoes of Kevon Bennett. That's going to be Tyler Barron. But what's that rotation look like? How much do they trust Morven Joseph? Does Bryson Eason get any kind of look as a pass rusher? What can they do to get to a quarterback who's as hot as anybody in the country who nobody's been able to get to?
Remember, Tennessee's tight ends caught more balls against Auburn than they did in all the other games combined. He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price for the 2-Minute Drill.